if I'm doing upper body, pull and push, I spend 2 hours. If I'm doing legs, 3 hours minimum. Yeah, I've always never done just one thing. I've always done something and something and something at the same time. I like to multitask.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are welcome to another show of DivineAdebola. In today's video, I'm going to be interviewing somebody phenomenal. Somebody I describe as the encyclopedia of everything. Like somebody who knows something about everything. You are welcome to our show, Miss KKC.
Hi.
That's KKC. What was the full of KKC?
The original meaning of KKC is Kina K Checkers, and that was my initial artist name when I first started out doing music. But so many people could not pronounce it. They had issues pronouncing the name. They used to butcher the name all the time, so I just changed the name to Oikon Checkers. So KKC stands for Kina K Checkers and Oikon Checkers.
So KKC.
Yeah.
How has been your transition from Nigeria to UK?
Well, it hasn't been so bad because I used to visit here in Wales when I was younger.
Oh.
So I have family here, I have friends here. So it wasn't all too bad, moving from. It's not like I was coming to a place I had never been to.
So it's not like you're an alien again.
I wouldn't consider myself
like people
that.
like us who are coming to a foreign land for the first time.
Yeah, it wasn't my first
So let's really talk about your background. Though I've researched a little bit about you. I know you went to University of Lagos.
Yeah, I did.
I know you did geophysics.
Doing research.
And also saw you interview with YouTube.
Yeah.
Data analysis, artificial intelligence, data science.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about yourself growing up, and then how has everything been?
I grew up in a very supportive and a very liberal household. Shout out to my parents. My parents encouraged myself and my sisters to enroll and engage with everything and anything productively possible. So that ranged from sports to music, academics.
So you do sports?
Yeah, I do.
Which one? Exactly.
Swimming, basketball, javelin, athletics, badminton. So my parents encouraged us to, get involved with all of these things because I think we're very energetic kids growing up, and my mom desperately needed where to channel our energies to. Yeah. So she enrolled us with sports competitions, enrolled us for swimming, basketball, javelin. My sister throws discus, athletics, short puts, one of the two. My younger sister is a champion for swimming in Nigeria in Milan. She just recently competed FASO Games, and she won medals, like 5 medals. Yeah. So I grew up in that kind of household, and I started writing when I was 7. Now it wasn't necessarily music lyrics. I just used to write stories, novels. My sister and I, my immediate younger sister and I, would have these competitions where we would write novels. They would exchange and read each other's novels. So it was always a race to who's going to finish first. And I remember having a brand new notebook was like one of our biggest inspirations. So each time we have a new notebook,
you want to write?
Always inspired. We had tons of notebooks around the house, so it was always really interesting to write. Then I think I started writing actual music lyrics when I turned 11. And I think that was my very first, I think I was 10 or 11. I wrote my very first love song titled Just the Way. And ever since then, I've written over 500 songs. I've written over 300 poems and articles. Yeah.
Writing. On your bio, I actually saw copywriting. So do you make money with that?
Right now, not necessarily, but it's something that I'm open to. I'm open to doing. Yeah.
Okay, guys. Before we continue, let me quickly say something about KKC. KKC is let me say what I know about KKC. KKC is currently studying PhD in data science. Data science is giving people headache. She's doing PhD in data science. That's one. Number 2, she is a guru in music, and also she is somebody who is physically and mentally alert. When I mean physically alert, we'll talk about that as we go on the show. So now let me ask, how many of you are in the family?
Three girls.
You're all girls?
Yeah.
Oh, I know what happened.
What happened?
You're all boys.
No.
You are girls with boys.
No, I don't agree with that. We're girls.
Okay, you are girls with boys in action.
No, we're girls whose parents saw the potential for us to be better and they harnessed that potential.
Actually, like that. No, see, I love when parents actually say, okay, this person talks too much. Instead of shunning the person, you just channel that talking ability to something great.
Yeah.
Or this person is just so up and down, and just channel it to something good. Kudos to your parents. Mom and dad, thank you. So now let's talk about your PhD journey.
Yeah.
I know you did your master's year in, and you also
Yeah.
did data science, and now you're also doing PhD in data science. Why?
Good question. My master's was in artificial intelligence and data science at the University of Hull, and my PhD is also in artificial intelligence and data science at the University of Hull. Now the question why, I don't know why. I just think it's a natural course for me because I like to think of myself as a high achiever. So it was just the next.
Next phase.
It was the next phase for me, and I remember I've always been saying growing up that I wanted to do a PhD because my grandma, my dad's mom, of late memory, she attained professorship, so she did her master's in the UK as well. She did her PhD, I think, in the UK as well, and she was a professor at the University of Ibadan. So I used to look up to her a lot. I wanted to emulate that aspect of her life. So yeah, it was just a natural course for me because I like to read, I love research, and it just came naturally to me.
And PhD is expensive in UK. How are you feeling about that?
Shout out to the University of Hull. They are the ones funding me.
Oh, scholarship.
Yeah.
PhD is always good when you're getting your scholarship because, honestly speaking, in the United Kingdom, PhD is expensive because you have to pay every year and it is not just a small money. So now that you're being funded, you must be very brilliant, I guess.
I don't know about that.
no. But nobody wants to put their money on somebody who is not promising, you know.
I mean, I guess you could say that. I'm just trying to be more brilliant.
You know what that means. So, guys, this is the next Texas. The next, don't worry, the next time you'll be seeing her in a Lamborghini because tech money will have.
Maybe music more like music more.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Before we really move into music, let's talk about your PhD journey and how you are doing tech and everything. How have you been able to manage all the, there's this notion of myths that people always have about tech people, that they're always busy with their system, they're also always busy having a deep with debugging this, debugging that. So you always have experienced all these troubles too.
Definitely, yeah. Right now I'm facing a bit of roadblocks in my PhD because there's something, well, not PhD, but the research that I'm working on.
Okay.
There's something that I'm trying to get to work, but it's not working. So yeah, I think that happens with people that get to tech. Well, it will work eventually. That's gross.
Definitely.
I was actually doing like this. I was working on code before I came here.
No, before you came to UK at all?
No, before I came to this
Oh,
interview.
this
Yeah.
I thought before you came to
No.
So now let's talk about music.
Yeah.
I know you have music, like music is you. Even on your name I'm saying the guitar.
Oh yeah, it's KKC with the guitar.
Guitar, yeah. So, as I was researching about you, trying to wrap my head around how this is going to go, everything I've been saying about you is music. On your YouTube channel, I have seen numerous music. Even I was listening to one of your songs, Most Muse.
Yeah.
Let me sing you a song. Let me hold you and keep you.
It was awesome. Maybe I'm going to use that as my intro. But seriously, it's awesome. I think the very first interview I saw for the LTV was 7 years ago.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, the interview was 7 years ago. So definitely you must have been doing that before the interview. So you've actually explained that the writing actually brings about the inspiration for music, singing and all. But explain more about how the music come to play into you. Coming from somebody who's just energetic, somebody who now starts singing.
Funny story, yeah. I didn't know I could sing.
Take it all away.
I knew I could
You
rap.
have a good voice.
Oh, thank you. So I didn't know I could sing. I started off, like I mentioned, by writing. Even when I wrote my first song, I had a tune for it and all that, but I didn't consider myself a singer. So I've been writing songs for years. Then I turned 13 and I went to church. So I was in teens church, and one of our pastors then was preaching, and he said something. He said, "How do you praise God?" He asked us how we praise God, and I said, by singing the songs, by singing the songs I write for him. And he said, "Oh, okay, sing one of those songs just here." And I just sang the chorus of one of the songs that I've written, and that was it. In my mind, I was thinking, yeah, cool. After church, my mom came to meet me. She said, Lincoln, pastor came to meet me and said that you sang in church today. I was thinking, I mean, it's not a big deal, like, and she said, let's hear what you sang, sing. And I sang what I sang. My mom looked at me like,
Wait, your mom was not in church?
no, so I was in teens church, I was in adult church.
Okay.
Yeah. So she looked at me and she said, what? Immediately she called my dad on the phone because he was in a different city at the time for work. And she said, oh my gosh, GC, you need to hear what I just heard. She asked me to sing again. I sang. My dad said, when he gets back to Lagos, when he's in the studio, and true to his word, the minute my dad landed in Lagos, took me straight to the studio. My dad used to drive me to the studio almost every single day. Yeah, the days that I didn't go to the studio, I'll be home writing songs or school or whatever. But every studio session I had, up until 2020, 100% funded by my dad. My dad would drive me to the studio. I mean, big shout out to my dad. He's one of my, in fact, he is my biggest supporter. He'll tell me, oh, write songs about this, write songs about that. He'll sit with me in the studio, come and pick me from school. Let's say he comes to me around 3 o'clock. We'll be in the studio till like 10.
10 p.m.
Yeah, recording songs. In fact, before I released the song that I have, I recorded 9 songs, aside these ones that are out on streaming platforms. That's like my first, not even 9, probably like 10. Those were my first music, let's say, catalog. We sit in the studio with my dad, right? My dad would tell the producer, oh, do this song, do that one.
Your dad was about music?
Yeah, he does. He's musically inclined. So it was really, really beautiful. Just that I don't know where many of those songs are now, because I have to re-record them. But yeah.
So I think at that particular time, you just get to sing. Do you upload any of them anywhere?
Yeah. So then I wasn't, as knowledgeable as I am now. I didn't know about distribution services and all of that. So what I do is we just burn the songs onto CDs and give to friends and family.
So, according to you, you've sang many songs.
Yeah.
You've written many songs. But while I was doing my research, I saw about 9.
Yeah.
Do you have any other ones, aside the one that's coming up tomorrow, do you have any other ones still cooking in the incubator?
I do have some songs that I've recorded, but I'm not releasing due to personal and business reasons.
Are you a perfectionist?
I mean, okay, that's well, hold on. They don't have perfectionist reasons, I promise you. It's more like artist to artist reasons. So I did a collab with someone one time, and the person doesn't want us to put it out, so I have to respect their privacy and all that, so their concerns. So yeah. But apart from the ones that I have and those ones, I don't have any ones cooking currently, but I do hope to get the studio again soon. But my focus right now is pushing my current EP that's coming up tomorrow.
Since you've been in the United Kingdom, how many songs have you? How many years have you spent in the United Kingdom? Right?
Almost 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah, almost.
Almost.
Yeah.
Let's just say 2 years.
Yeah.
So within the space of these 3 years, how many songs have you released? Just one coming tomorrow.
No, I haven't released anyone since I've come here.
Okay,
the
so
ones I will release.
So that actually brings me to the next question.
Yeah.
How is recording song and publishing it like in the United Kingdom compared to in Nigeria?
I mean, it's fairly easier in Nigeria because I just go to the producer's studio, do the recording, and everything's done. Sometimes you can do everything in one day. But here, I record with a friend who's a recording engineer. Then I send the recording stems to my producer in Nigeria, who does the final work and sends back to me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so that means you still use your producer?
Yes.
Wow, that's good.
I've actually used one producer here in the UK as well. They have a studio, in the town center. I went there. One of the songs I recorded is on my EP.
Oh, nice. How is it like?
It's nice.
Yeah,
They have a proper studio with lots of guitars, pianos, drums. I feel like I was in heaven when I went to the studio. Yeah.
So aside guitar, which other instruments can you play?
I play a little bit of piano and drums.
Drums?
Yeah.
You are really energetic.
I started trying to play the drums in 2017, and my friend gifted me drum sets in 2021. So I was trying to practice, them before I came here. So I'm not too good, but I can try.
But you can play the basic.
Yeah.
Wow, that's nice. I want to learn.
You should. It's quite nice.
No, I can play numerous instruments too anyway, but drums is just.
What other instruments can you play?
I can play guitar.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
And I can play saxophone too.
Oh, I like that.
Because my junior brother used to play saxophone.
Yeah.
So I was like, you can't be playing this like, I don't know. It's not possible. So, but the only difficulty I have about saxophone is that I can only play on 2 keys.
Oh.
Instead of 12 keys,
Yeah.
only on 2 keys. So that's why it's better. So we've talked about our academic journey so far, and we've also talked about our musical journey so far. Now I want to talk about our physical journey. Now when I mean physical journey, I don't mean more than physical, I still mean physical. So KKC is who I call a gym enthusiast.
Yeah.
She goes to the gym every day.
Not every day, just like 6 days in a week.
6 days in a week is every
It's not
day.
every day, it's like 1 day for rest day, but sometimes 2 days.
That resting, you still do like sit up like 40
No. I actually rest on my rest days, except I'm taking a walk.
Work is still part of it. Okay, let's say 99% of the week you go to the gym.
Maybe like 80%. That's the 80%.
Okay, so now tell us what is the motivation behind that? Have you been doing this before coming to the United Kingdom?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, I've been into sports my whole life. I started off by swimming, then athletics, javelin, basketball, badminton, soccer. Then when I moved,
soccer?
yeah, that's
Did you join anything?
broke my nose.
Oh.
I have broken nose from playing soccer. Yeah, that's sad. It's not that noticeable.
Did you play with the guys?
Yeah, I did. I played with guys.
That's the best way to
Oh,
play.
please.
No, seriously, because you can play with your fellow female, most of them are not that really
I
good
beg to
at-
disagree. There's lots of girls that are really good at soccer. Yeah, tons. In fact,
Did you join
many-
anything?
No, I didn't. No, I was just playing in school.
Just
I
for
didn't-
fun?
Yeah, just for fun. I didn't play like in a league or anything like that. No.
Energy level. So tell us about your gym story.
Yeah. So I feel like it was only a natural cause or a natural, what's that word? It was only natural that I joined the gym,
Mhm.
you know, building up on my sports background. I used to exercise in uni. One of my friends was a gym enthusiast, so
Okay.
sometimes we meet up in the morning at the sports center in Unilag, just run around the field, do some lunges, do some other exercises, and that was it. But when my first major experience with the gym was when I think it was let me go back a bit. In 2020, during the lockdown, I used to work out a lot in my backyard at home. So we had this dumbbell made of cement. I do that. I do jumping jacks. I bring my whole family downstairs and make them, work out with me. I would make videos. Sometimes I video call my friend who's a gym guy. I tell him, "Oh, am I doing the right thing?" And he'll tell me, "Yeah, you're doing really well." I used to upload my videos to Snapchat and WhatsApp. Not like anybody was watching, in my opinion, but it was just fun for me. So after the lockdown, I said, you know what? Let me register in an actual gym. But where I was working in 2021, the office had a gym. So
Okay.
after work, I go to the gym. Then I didn't have a trainer, so I was just freestyling, doing things on the machine, but I was consistent. I used to go every day after work. If I go to work 5 days a week, 5 days, I'm in the gym before driving back home. Then 2022, when I was working remotely, I registered at a gym in Nigeria, and I used to go, once I close from work like this, I'll just drive straight to the gym. And yeah, I think that was when my gym thing really took.
So you start seeing people.
Yeah. So I had a little bit of experience before coming to the UK. But what I would say that I really became a gym rat since last year. That's when I decided to take my gym
So
thing
serious.
really seriously. Having a proper workout routine, targeting different body parts and things like that.
Let me ask a question. With everything you've said so far, growing up, when you go to school, when you come back from school, you go to the studio, and then 10 p.m., I'm very sure by that 10 p.m. you just come back home and sleep.
Yeah.
Do the same thing all over again. You're working after work, you go to the gym. Even right now, you are doing a PhD, and you still visit the gym 6 times in a week. How do you manage your time?
Gosh, I get asked this question. In fact, people have been asking me this question for years, and I still don't have a definitive response to that. I've always been, what's the word? I've always done many things at once. So I think it just comes naturally to me. I've always never done just one thing. I've always done something and something and something at the same time. I like to multitask a lot. I think it's, let's say, like a superpower. But yeah, so it's very easy for me to, well, let's say very easy. It comes naturally to me. So
How long do you spend in the gym? Average every day?
it's really all it's
Yeah,
just like
10
2
minutes.
hours.
It's more than 2 hours.
No. It depends on what body part I'm training. So
Okay.
if I'm doing upper body, pull and push, I spend 2 hours, maximum 2 hours, 15 minutes. Right. If I'm doing legs, 3 hours minimum. Yeah, and then if I'm doing core, my core takes like 1 hour, then I go to swim after. So let's just say.
Swim here in UK.
Yeah. My gym has an indoor pool.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was thinking about the swim.
No.
Because in Nigeria, it's always an
Outdoor, yeah.
so
My
it's
gym has
so cool.
It's actually a heated pool. So.
Nice. So you spend about, I'm trying to calculate your hours for you. Let me assume that, okay, what time do you wake up every day?
It depends, but like 6, 7, I'm up.
Okay, let's say you wake up 7 a.m. By that 7 a.m. you just prepare for the day and go to school for your research, and then research is difficult. And then you come back, let's say 4 p.m. or let's say 5 p.m. and then you go to the gym, it's already 8 o'clock. Do you party?
I wouldn't call myself a party person, but I how will I put it? I'm a member of Scream, so
Okay.
that's one of the parties that I attend, regularly because of my affiliation
With them.
with them. Yeah.
How about social media? Let's talk about social media. How active are you?
I'm active.
Very active.
And I'm active.
so I know you have 2 Instagram channels. Or are they more than that? Tell me more.
I refuse to speak.
Tell me more.
I have 4 major Instagrams.
Okay.
Well, maybe a bit more, but let's just stick to the 4.
Okay.
So the first one is my main page, Culture Class. The second is my fitness page, Bida Gym Rats. The third is my writing page, KKC Class. And the fourth is my NGO, KKC and Community Initiative.
So let's talk about the NGO. I saw that on your LinkedIn and I totally learned. But let me say I never took time to really check it. So brief me more.
So I founded the NGO in 2017. What we do is we do free medical outreach and welfare outreach to people and communities in Nigeria. So we've done a free cervical cancer screening, free breast cancer screening, free prostate cancer screening. We've donated books to schools, primary schools in Nigeria, and secondary schools in Nigeria. Sometimes we feed primary school kids in Nigeria. So mostly people from not so privileged communities or backgrounds. Yeah.
Wow, that's nice.
And
We have
we
a
do
lot
that
of things
every
going on every year.
Yeah.
Did you host anyone last year?
No, we didn't do last year, but we did this year. We did the year before that. Last year, because I was moving,
Okay.
well, not moving, I was really settling down, doing my masters and all that. So we didn't really do any major events last year. But this year, we had a major event. So we did free breast and cervical cancer screening for over 200 women in Lagos, Nigeria, along with free welfare package.
So how are you able to manage and oversee everything from here?
Thankfully, I have my amazing family who does the overseeing from Nigeria. So I manage the social media on the back end. I reach out to potential, what's it called?
Investors.
Not investors, people that give
Sponsors.
Yeah, thank you, sponsors. That's the word. Potential sponsors. I reach out to them. I do all the background work here. While they in Nigeria do the footwork, get the volunteers together, set up the center. I also liaise with the doctors and all that. So yes,
So I think your NGO is just focused on the health
Yes,
of people.
mostly health, yeah.
Why health? People consider the fact that you are not
So if a lot of people don't have access to quality healthcare in Nigeria, and many people are not aware of major diseases like cancer that kill, and many people that do have cancer, they discover it really late. So part of what we do is try to bring awareness to people, especially women, to let them know that you can check yourself for any of these diseases, so that if it's there at all, if you're looking at it in the early stages, you can get treatment for it. Many women in Nigeria don't know a lot about cervical or breast cancer. So that's one of what my NGO tries to do, to preach, treatment and healthcare to people.
That's actually a good thing. Normally, health should not be should be jeopardized. It's so paramount. It's the number one thing you should actually focus on. Do you still want sponsors in your NGO?
Yes, so please, we're constantly looking out for people to sponsor. We accept donations in all kinds, cash, kind, clothes, because like I mentioned, we do this thing as well, welfare. So if you have we use clothes in good condition, shoes, home appliances, things that you don't need but are in good condition, we accept all of that and give these things out to our beneficiaries.
Guys, if you want to join this trend, it's actually something to do, honestly, because you really have to help people who don't know some certain things. You should actually help them to overcome all of these certain things.
My NGO is called KKC and Community Initiative, in case you want to search for us on Instagram, Facebook, for Twitter.
So you can check it out, see if it's something you will be interested in joining instead of using your money to drink alcohol. Yes, I'm going to tell you, instead of using your money to carry 2 balls, sporting bet, seriously, you can help a life by just donating to the initiative. There are a lot of people who are diagnosed with. I was checking Instagram some time ago and I was seeing a skin reaction, someone with a very skin reaction. She called the name something. I was like, this is the first time I'm hearing this. I've never heard of it before in my life. So the Lord has given you the health and everything. So it's the best thing you should have just done is to try as much as possible to help people. It's a good thing you're doing. I must really say.
You have a wonderful team of volunteers behind you.
So if you also want to volunteer to join the team, so it's actually a good thing. So now before I go to the next talk, which is about money, let me ask, where do you sit in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years?
Hopefully, would have expanded beyond Lagos because we primarily do our outreach in Lagos. Hopefully, we can expand beyond Lagos and reach other parts of Nigeria, especially rural parts of Nigeria. That would be really, really
Nice.
important for us. Yeah.
That's good. So before we go to money talks, let's talk about how we are going to align all of the things about you together. Because if anybody asks me, what do you know about KKC? I'll say music. I'll just say KKC music. That's what do you know KKC as? Now, where is the tech coming in place? How is the tech going to? Because I said you are going to be any tech money than music money. So is it that you are just doing the tech?
I think music money is more than tech money.
Well, to be honest,
yeah.
to be honest.
If you don't rhyme, it's more than tech money.
To be honest, let's even analyze it. Musicians get more money more than even skit makers. Yeah, even content creators, they get more money because their money is passing. People just keep listening. I can't watch.
There's royalties involved as well.
Exactly. I can't watch a comedy show twice. I can't watch a comedy show. Maximum I'll just watch that 3 times. But I can listen to the music over and over and over and over again. Especially one of our music. Maybe I'll go and listen to other music. But the first one I listened to the music, it was awesome. And your video. How are you able to shoot all those videos? You spent money.
My dad.
Your dad's money.
God bless my dad. God bless
Have
my
a
dad.
dad in your life again.
And some of the videos where some people will reach out to me on social media and say, oh, I like your work. I like to shoot a collaborative video with you.
So, yeah, I saw there's a particular one, a guitar one with you're sitting on a chair, there's a guy, he was with the guitar. Moses.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My friend.
Yeah. So I think he was playing solo.
Bass, yeah, he
in
plays
their playing.
bass, yeah.
So, is that part of your? I was even thinking I was going to ask if that was your husband or your boyfriend.
No. What is my very good friend? It's like a brother to me. Please.
Yeah.
Please, oh, I beg. What has a girlfriend? Please, don't rope me.
Don't go his girlfriend. Don't go his romantic
He's
boyfriend.
he is a family friend. We've been playing together for years, and he plays backup on so many of my tracks and my EP as well.
Is it any of your musical videos?
None of my music videos, but he played guitar in, I think, 3 of the songs on my EP.
Oh, nice. There's something they call single. There's something they call the instrumentation and everything.
So an EP is made up of singles.
Okay.
So different songs. So if you release a song, just one song, that's called a single. If you release multiple songs that are, I think, less than 8 or 7, it's called an extended playlist.
Okay.
Then if you release an album usually has more songs, so 12, 16, 20, that's an album. So an EP is like a short version of an album.
So how many songs is currently in the one you're listening to?
6.
6.
That's why it's an extended playlist.
That's nice.
Yeah.
You're going to stick it. You're going to listen to it back. So let's talk about money. Let's talk about tech money, music money. I know you have numerous experiences in Nigeria. You work remotely in Nigeria. You worked in person.
Yeah,
so you have numerous experiences. Now in the UK, consider that you're even doing tech. There are a lot of opportunities out there for you, and even music. There are also a lot of opportunities out there for you. You can even get to earn money even without leaving your room with your tech and your music.
Yeah.
So let's talk about money generally. But just tell us with your tech, what have you been doing in terms of bringing food to the table and with your music too?
Let me speak in general terms, not me now. So people that I know of make really good money in tech. Depending on where they're located, you can make as high as say £100,000 or dollars. I'm not saying that's what I'm making, or please disclaimer. I'm just saying that there's opportunities for you to make really good money in tech. The higher you go, the more skills you have, the more chances you have of making money. Or probably entry level data science or AI roles, anywhere like from maybe 40k and above.
Oh.
Yeah, sounds just about right.
So
It's something key.
now, if you are just when you are done with your PhD, do you really want to focus on tech? You can still focus on tech and do music on the side.
Why would music be on the side? Music has to be first.
Okay, so let's do music and do tech on the
I
side.
want to do all of them. That's the whole point. Why would I, invest this much time and energy into everything to sideline some at the end of the day? I don't mind. Obviously, I really want to be a proper musician. Sell out shows, stadium, do tours, that sort of thing. But I never want to forget my tech background.
Before you continue, I'll give you a second. So you can continue.
So yeah, I wouldn't want to, just throw my tech or my PhD to the side. I still want to use it, whether it's building a product or service, collaborating with people and companies to improve existing products and companies and existing products and services. Yeah, I would like to do that. Of course, there's so many ways that I can integrate tech with my music, even as a musician.
How?
Okay, my PhD research is, I didn't say that at the beginning, but it's actually music related. So I'm looking at cross-cultural analysis of music genres and emotions. What that means is I'm looking at how musicians express emotions through their song lyrics across different cultures. Now, I don't know if you know much about data science or AI, but the existing large language models that we have are extremely biased towards English language. So what does that mean for people like us who sing Afrobeats or African languages? There's not much representation. And at the end of the day, what I want to do is to build a recommendation system or engine that recommends songs to you based on emotion.
I think I understand what you're saying now.
Yeah.
For example, when you listen to, when you're on these apps, maybe Boomplay for example, and you click what is your mood for the day, maybe happy, to bring out some songs to you.
Yeah.
If you click sad, to bring out some songs to you.
So those, that thing you're talking about, at the backbone of it, you use these large language models to recommend some of these things to you. But many of these models don't understand our language. You don't understand African language.
Yeah, especially when the lyrics is...
Exactly, when the lyrics are mixed. So that's what my research is trying to bridge that gap and trying to create, better recommendation systems that are targeted also at Afrobeats.
Wow. It's looking like you just...
Which is just
you're full of a lot of skills, a lot of stuff, and I must say that you are really someone who should be kept in the museum.
Please, no.
You are phenomenal. You are great. Consider the fact that you are doing tech is so tedious. It will take your time and everything, and then as much as it's taking your time, you still have a way of managing your time, and you don't get to. And I'm very sure you must have actually set out some things off your life. Like I don't want to waste my time on these certain things, and it takes a lot of discipline. Even showing up at the gym every day, consistency is hard.
Very hard.
So I must give you kudos. It's really nice speaking to you. And there's one last thing, public speaking. Although I was scrolling to your LinkedIn page and I saw public speaking as part of the things you do. You do cooking, you do gymming, you do music, you do tech, you do physical activities, sporting activities. Now public speaking. Now let's talk about public speaking. How is it like? When did you start speaking publicly, and where are some of the places you've actually spoken?
This public speaking topic it's kind of close to my heart because growing up, like I mentioned, I was a very energetic child. I was very outspoken. Everybody knew that when I would say anything and anything, I didn't have fear. Exactly, no fear. Well, somewhere along the line, I think it was when I got into secondary school, I retreated into a shell. I, stopped speaking out. I just used to keep to myself, only speak to my family. And I think I developed a stutter. So that made me very self-conscious and self-aware. I would not want to speak to people in public. If you ask me to sing, that's fine, I can sing, even if it's like 1 million people. But if you ask me to talk, just to introduce myself, gosh, I'd have serious anxiety, serious jitters. But up until, last year actually, I was experiencing all of this. And I decided to myself that, I can't live the rest of my life shying away from speaking in public, shying away from addressing crowds. I can't say, I'll only sing and then disappear. It doesn't work like that. I decided to improve on my public speaking skills. I started taking courses on public speaking, and I started registering to speak at conferences, so to present my PhD research at conferences. And what I would do is, if I see an opening for to present maybe at a conference, I'd immediately register before I have time to think about it. Because if I think too much, I'll convince myself not to do it. So I'll commit to it fully before I sit back and think, okay, what did I just do? Now I have to prepare for this. And I've spoken at this year. I've spoken at like 3 or 4 conferences, and I can actually, it's more than that, probably in the range of 6 and 7. And with each conference I speak at, or with each webinar or seminar that I speak at, I feel myself, developing. I feel myself getting more confident. I feel myself, coming out of my shell and doing these things more. Yeah.
Wow.
That's one of the reasons I also agreed to do this, because it's helping with my public speaking as well.
It's actually nice. I like the fact that okay, this is a weak point, and you do everything possible to actually conquer that. Now let me ask. I'm supposed to have stopped this by now, but the more I speak with you, the more I also want to ask some other things. Right now, your present state right now, is there anything you consider this as a weakness and you want to work on?
Being my attention span.
I think you already have that problem.
My attention span is, oh my gosh, sometimes it's non-existent. I want to focus better and manage my time better. Those are the 2 things that I would say that I really want to improve on. And I also want to stop doubting myself, because I doubt myself a lot. I think, oh my gosh, I can't do this, I can't do that. And at the end of the day, I end up doing these things. So why am I even doubting myself?
And you're going to do better.
Yeah, I do better than I expect. So I need to build up more confidence in that area.
Thank you, KKC. It's nice speaking with you
today. Well.
I've really learned a lot of things. Honestly, learning from someone who knows how to manage their time, someone who has a lot of things currently in our portfolio, somebody who has. Let me stop too much. But ladies and gentlemen, it's also good listening to. I know you must have learned a lot of things, and for those of you who procrastinate a lot, this is a time for you to actually get those things done. There is no best time to actually start doing something, and also. It is better to always pursue your passion, irrespective of wherever you find yourself. It is always good to pursue your passion. If it's music you want to do, find a way to navigate yourself around it. She's currently doing PhD, and her PhD is towards music.
Yeah.
So if you know you want to do, what example can I make? If you know you want to do cooking, just make sure whatever you are doing is tailored around cooking. If you want to study, if you are doing cooking and you find yourself doing maybe chemical engineering like I am, then focus on some chemicals, engineering, blah blah of the food.
Yeah.
So you don't get to beat yourself for not being focused on one particular part. So I think those are most of the lessons we've learned today, and also learn to manage your time very well. There are some things that are not essential to you. You shouldn't be wasting your time on doing something that are not essential. Focus on the most important parts. If you want to focus on music and get the best out of it. If you want to focus on your school, focus on the best out of it, and every other thing. And also, with the fact that she's a gym enthusiast doesn't mean blah blah blah. Everybody should actually be a gym enthusiast. No, seriously. Because it helps your health.
Yeah,
she talked about health and everything. Most of all this, I'm not trying to play defensive right now, but sometimes most of the health issues people have is as a result of them not taking their health serious.
Yeah.
Exactly. So please take your health serious. You should hit the gym. Even me, I need to hit the gym. You should hit the gym.
So sorry, can I say something? That a common misconception people have is that they need to go to the gym to be physically active. You don't always have to go to the gym. There's lots of home workouts you can do. You can take walks, you can go for runs, you can do lunges in your sitting room, you can stretch. There's so many ways that you can be active that don't necessarily involve you lifting weights if you don't want to lift weights.
That's good. So if you want to do it at home, to do it at home, the most important thing is that focus on your health, and some things are very, very essential. It's not just limited to some certain subsets of people. So do all of that. So in conclusion, KKC, it's nice having you on the show.
It was nice being here.
We are going to listen to your music tomorrow.
Thank you.
I'm going to put the album here on the show, and if you want to listen to the music, check the description below. You have access to all of the music. Now look at her face very well. This is 2024. Next time you be hearing KKC, she will be global.
Amen.
No, I'm not even it's actually a reality.
Amen.
she will be global. By the time she's selling O2 Arena,
Amen.
you see me before seats. I'll be sure. So guys, it's nice having you on the show. If you've not subscribe to the YouTube channel, like and share, and also watch again.